Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, DemonStarCraft here, bringing you another great match between Naniwa, the green Protoss here, and LucifroN, the yellow Terran. Both of you, everybody, not both of you, but as I'm speaking to the players here, everybody probably has heard of LucifroN and Naniwa, as they are both very high level, top 200 people. Naniwa is part of the Team Empire team. Ooh, he is down here, ha! And his favorite race is Protoss, so his last big victory was the TeamSpeak Team Liquid Open, number 9 in North America. Don't know how recent that was, but he won it anyway. And for LucifroN, he won the Zotac Cup number 26th, October 10th, so a little while ago, but still, he got some bragging rights. So here they'll be doing their normal digs. Been a while since I've actually got a good game casted out recently. It's just been so busy, and I think I needed like a small vacation or something. Gateway going down now for Naniwa, and the barracks going down for LucifroN. Pretty standard at the moment, but other than just being busy, house. The other good news in my life at the moment is I will not only have 2 children now, I have a 3rd one on the way. So, yay. Good little clappy there. So I'll have yet another StarCraft 2 player in the making. Similar to going down before the gateway finished, so it was a little bit early, but not too unusual. We're finally finishing up now for LucifroN. Going to be mining that so he can probably get Stimpack as soon as possible. Or at least the concussive shells for the Marauders to help slow down those Zealots, which is always a good move. Kiting the Zealots as best you can. This is on Shakura's Plateau, and they are opposite ends of the map. Caddy corner, whichever way you want to put it. So this could tend to be a longer game, as it is a 4-player map. And so, I like the textures. By the way, I did manage to upgrade my computer yet again. I now have 8 gigs of RAM, so yay for that too. Excuse me. A little bit of dinner there. Very tasty though. Our cybernetics core is coming down. Let me put my production tab. I completely forgot about the production tab. I'm a little out of practice at the moment, so I will be getting back into it as fast and as hard as I can, because don't get better if you don't practice. There's the Stimpack going down. He even skipped concussive shells, so he's on a mission, throwing down another barracks, so we're probably going to see a good bio ball versus. Not much yet for Naniwa here, telling us to what he is going. We do have both gas being mined, so he's going something very gas intensive, which warp gates. So is he going to try and do a 4 warp gate push, or maybe he's going to be going into heavy sentries? Is also good against Terran because it can help split up. It's pretty much good against everybody, splitting up those armies. But these Marauder and Marine are going to come down here and take out this probe to get that scouting information denial for Naniwa. LucifroN here calling a mule, getting his 2nd barracks done right about now. So we now have a Stargate going down. That's what all the gas is for. We're going to see some probably Phoenix. Void Rays can be good against Terran, but since their base unit, the Marine, is anti-air, then it can really not go the way you want it to. So, especially when they have Stimpack as he is getting. So we have a reactor going down on the 2nd barrack, so we're going to be seeing Marauders coming out of one and 2 Marines coming out of the other. No expansion for Naniwa yet, but LucifroN is getting his down now at 34-ish, so it is a pretty quick expansion. Got some Marines and Marauders out here protecting it, but it is very easily defended since it is on the path of reinforcement. So, take that as you will. Putting a supply depot here at these backdoor rocks to make sure that Naniwa doesn't just try and track up through here and break in his back door before he notices. First Void Ray is out, so we will see how these Void Rays stand up to the mostly Marauder composition right now. There are about 3 Marines in this mix, so it could be a real big problem for LucifroN if he doesn't have enough Marines. But as soon as he sees that Void Ray, he's going to start getting out those Marines, and did he see it when that SCV just died? We will tell you right now. You see a couple Marines. Nope. And a Marauder throwing down another barracks for a 3rd barracks total. So he's got 5 Marines out. Will they be able to hold off this early push? We got a couple of probes going to lay down a pylon. Looks like up in here in this corner. 4 reinforcements to warp in. 2 sentries, stalker, and a zealot. But this might be a little too much for that unit mixture. The Marines are coming out. I'm going to say Zerglings. They're going to try and do what they can against that Void Ray. Void Ray trying to draw it back, but they're going to have to go back upstairs to really keep this Void Ray out of their base. The Marauder's going to stay down at the bottom to protect from any running ins. Void Ray doing what it can to just keep poking and prodding. If he can get charged up, that's going to be really dangerous for LucifroN and good for Naniwa. But it just can't seem to get close enough to anything, as those Marines are just dancing around, and so are they. They being the Void Rays. There it goes onto that barracks, but then it backs away. They're going to push in the front door. Force field going down on the ramp is going to separate that 2 armies, keeping the Marines at bay. The Void Rays are going to move in and try and take out as many of these, taking down the Mule, the SCVs, and the Marines just can't get in range to do it. The Marauders are stimming up and taking out those Zealots as fast as they can, but as soon as that, they just can't do anything to reinforce this. So that was a very good move by Naniwa, drawing those forces up to the top of the hill. Did take out almost all the SCVs. We're down to 1 SCV and 2 mules, and so the Terran will be moving out for a slight counter push. It looks like he's going to try and take out that. He doesn't even see that. Yes, he does see that pylon. So he's going to run up here and take out that pylon. Is he going to do it before those units warp in? No. Those units will warp in and push this force back. The Marines got their Marine shields down. The force field going down, separating a few of those Marauders and Marines from the rest of their group. So now they were taken out, and this is just going to be a constant harassment and constant pressure from Naniwa to LucifroN's front door. Continuing, he's going to take out this barracks. He can at least get charged up on it. You can see a turret's going down there to try and help deal with this, but he is being forced to back away. Now he's going to turn around and just kind of dance back and forth, trying to stay charged up, but he will lose that charge. So much action here, can't even explain what's going on. Let's check out the bases real quick. Stargate, not really producing much of now. 3 warp gates. 4th warp gate is warping in at the moment, and the expansion is now going down for Naniwa to help really, give this push a push. The expansion for LucifroN still holding up pretty well. His main's been mining. Seems a little undersaturated up here, and he only has 1 gas mining currently. Does he have a second one? Nope, just 1 gas total. So he is going to be going almost strictly Marines. Still getting those Marauders, but not nearly as fast as getting those Marines, obviously from the reactor. And that turret now finished, so it's going to help keep that Void Ray at bay. And we'll let LucifroN get his forces out. Some bunkers going down to try and help reinforce this front door. Factory also going down now for LucifroN. Probably going to hurry up and tech up to Stargate so that way he can get some medevacs out to reinforce this. They're going to move up here now. Force field's going to go down inevitably. Yes, they do, splitting that force in half. Some of those units loading up into the bunker. They're going to take out all these Zealots in front, but the sentries are going to take out that turret. Some SCVs coming off the line trying to repair the bunker, but the bunker does go down. So the reinforcements are being cut off by those force fields, but those Terran units are just very resilient. The SCVs still sacrificing themselves to try and keep this Protoss forces back. These sentries doing what they do best in keeping units out of the mix. That Void Ray is a hero Void Ray. It's got 7 kills now. Will it survive much longer? Yes, it will. Scan going down on these units. What is LucifroN going to do about this? He seems to be in a pretty tight spot. He is just trapped in his front door, and these Protoss units just won't back away. He's going to stem up and run in, and the force fields are going to go down to separate them, but a lot of them are still in range of those Marauders in the back, especially the Zealots. So the Zealots will go down quickly, but then again, they are brought in mostly to absorb damage. That Void Ray is going to be doing what it can, but it is going to go down finally for LucifroN, taking out that Void Ray that is so annoying. Now he can try and get these Marauders to really deal out the damage to those Stalkers and Sentries, but the Sentries with their force fields are just going to be ever so annoying, bringing the SCVs off the line. The Zealot getting taken out, but the force fields just continuing to separate these forces. Gonna have a repair on the command center, more mules getting dropped. LucifroN continuing to make SCVs as fast as he can, but they just keep dying so quickly. The natural getting saturated here for Naniwa, and he is doing just dandy over here, throwing down 2 more gateways for a total of 6. So he's got 4 right now. Stargate has seemed to have stopped production. We're going strictly to warp gate units. Upgrades, we got no upgrades on this Protoss, but the upgrades for the Terran is 1 on the attack. So they will try and keep this force at bay, but the SCVs are going to come off the line and have to do what they do best, which is take damage. Force field's going down, separating these forces from their reinforcements, so they are going to get cleaned up. The medevac is now out to help support these units. And something just fell on my desk, and I don't know what it was. It was weird. I have no idea. You might have heard that over the microphone, a small thud, but there are no cats here. Unless there is a cat here, and he is hiding, going to tear up my computer. Anyway, reinforcements now warping in 5 at a time, 4 at a time right now, but there are 6 warp gates, so he is just going to be streaming in these units. LucifroN doing what he can to just combat this onslaught of Protoss units, but there's just not much he can do. Actually, no 2 sentries warping in now, but they're going to take out this factory before LucifroN can even do anything with it, which some tanks might have been a great idea, but he did not have the gas intake to really handle it. Does have several minerals, needs to hurry up and spend those minerals to get out as many Marines as he can to try and build this up, but those sentries are so irritating with those force fields. This would have been a whole different game if LucifroN, if Naniwa wasn't so good with those force fields and mindful. It's one thing to be able to shoot, it's another thing to make sure to always use those force fields, picking off these units almost one at a time every time. This looks like it's going to be about it for LucifroN and giving his final push, trying to get out of his base, but the force field's going to continue to separate those units. He's loading up into the medevac, not intentionally, I think. It was more of a just trying to click him over there, and he does load up and gets destroyed with 1 unit left in there. So, lost the expansion, long distance mining with that mule, but he is trying to force Naniwa here to pull back. Will Naniwa fall? Marauders coming in now. The medevac trying to do what he can. Actually getting a pretty good, had a pretty good kiting going, but the force fields went down, are separating these units out. And they just, Marines and Marauders do best when in clumps, so they are just falling as fast as they can. Another Marauder and 3 more Marines, but several more warp gates units have just warped in, and the LucifroN good games and falls to Naniwa. Whew, that was a pretty intense game, just a constant battle here. We didn't even check out what was going on. There was a Stargate, or the Starport, sorry. It's just a intense game. 6, that total of 6, yeah, 2, 4, 6 warp gates. His expansion was going. Was he preparing to throw down another one? Nope, not yet. It was just push and push and push until he broke them, which he did. So, great showing by the 2 of those. So I hope you enjoyed this commentary. It's, first one after being gone for a while, so I will get this uploaded tonight, and everybody will be happy. Yay. So, thanks for watching.